Understanding your ovulation cycle is one of the most empowering steps you can take on your journey toward reproductive health and self-awareness. Whether you are trying to conceive, avoid pregnancy, or simply wish to gain a deeper knowledge of your body, learning about ovulation gives you a valuable foundation. Let's begin by unraveling what ovulation actually is. Ovulation is a phase in your menstrual cycle when a mature egg is released from one of your ovaries. Once released, the egg travels down the fallopian tube, where it may meet sperm and become fertilized. This window of time is at the heart of fertility, as it's the only period within your cycle when conception is possible. To truly understand ovulation, it's important to first look at the menstrual cycle as a whole. The average menstrual cycle lasts about 28 days, but for many people, it ranges anywhere from 21 to 35 days. The cycle is divided into several phases: the menstrual phase, follicular phase, ovulation, and luteal phase. Each phase is orchestrated by a symphony of hormones that not only affect your reproductive organs, but can impact your mood, energy, and overall well-being. The cycle begins with the menstrual phase, your period, when the uterine lining sheds if no pregnancy has occurred. This phase typically lasts between 3 and 7 days. Following menstruation is the follicular phase, which overlaps with the end of your period and continues up to ovulation. During this time, the pituitary gland in your brain releases follicle-stimulating hormone, or FSH. This hormone stimulates the ovaries to produce several follicles, each containing an immature egg. Usually, only one follicle becomes dominant and matures fully, while the others are reabsorbed by the body. As the dominant follicle grows, it produces increasing amounts of estrogen. When estrogen reaches a certain level, it triggers a surge of another key hormone, luteinizing hormone, or LH. This LH surge is the catalyst for ovulation, causing the mature follicle to burst and release the egg. Ovulation usually occurs around the midpoint of your cycle, about 14 days before the start of your next period. However, because cycle lengths can vary, the day you ovulate might not always be the same each month. After ovulation, the luteal phase begins. The ruptured follicle transforms into a structure known as the corpus luteum, which secretes progesterone. Progesterone helps prepare the uterine lining for a possible pregnancy. If the egg isn't fertilized, the corpus luteum breaks down, hormone levels fall, and the cycle begins again with menstruation. Now, let's turn our attention to the fertile window, the days when conception is most likely. Sperm can survive in the female reproductive tract for up to 5 days, but the egg is viable for only about 12 to 24 hours after ovulation. This means your fertile window spans about 6 days, the 5 days before ovulation plus the day of ovulation itself. Timing intercourse during this window greatly increases the chances of conception. Many people wonder how they can identify when it is the year ovulating. Fortunately, the body provides several clues, both subtle and pronounced. One of the most noticeable signs is a change in cervical mucus. As ovulation approaches, cervical mucus becomes clearer, stretchier, and more slippery, often described as resembling raw egg whites. This change helps sperm travel more easily through the cervix and into the uterus. Some also experience a slight rise in basal body temperature, or BBT, following ovulation. By taking your temperature with a sensitive thermometer first thing each morning, you can track these changes over several cycles. A sustained increase in BBT indicates that ovulation has occurred. Although this method doesn't predict ovulation in advance, it can help you understand your cycle patterns over time. Other signs of ovulation include mild pelvic or lower abdominal pain, known as Mittelschmerz, increased libido, breast tenderness, and even a heightened sense of smell. Some women use ovulation predictor kits, which detect the LH surge in urine and provide a more precise indication of when ovulation is about to happen. Understanding your ovulation cycle isn't just for those trying to conceive. For those wishing to avoid pregnancy, fertility awareness methods, tracking ovulation, and abstaining from unprotected sex during the fertile window can be a hormone-free way to manage birth control, though it requires diligence and consistency. Knowing your cycle can also provide important insights into your overall health. Irregularities in your cycle, such as missed periods, unusually heavy bleeding, or an absence of ovulation, can be early signs of underlying health issues like polycystic ovary syndrome, thyroid disorders, or elevated stress levels. If you notice persistent changes, it's a good idea to consult a healthcare provider. Lifestyle factors can also play a significant role in ovulation. Excessive exercise, poor nutrition, being underweight or overweight, and high stress all have the potential to disrupt the delicate hormonal balance required for regular ovulation. Maintaining a healthy diet, managing stress, exercising moderately, and getting enough sleep are all important for supporting a regular cycle. It's also worth noting that as women approach menopause, cycles may become more irregular and ovulation less frequent. This is a natural part of aging, as the ovaries gradually decrease hormone production. Understanding your ovulation cycle is not just a matter of biology. It's a way to connect more deeply with your body. It empowers you to make informed decisions about your reproductive health and fosters a sense of control and confidence. By tuning into the signs your body gives you, tracking your cycle, and seeking advice when something feels off, you're taking proactive steps toward lifelong wellness. In summary, the journey to understanding your ovulation cycle is a personal one, unique to your body and your goals. Whether you use this knowledge to aid conception, as a method of natural birth control, or simply as a tool for self-awareness, it's an essential piece of the puzzle in female health. By learning to recognize the patterns of your own cycle, you open the door to greater health, empowerment, and peace of mind.